So let's talk about Etsy products. First of all, it depends on which type of retailer you want to sell to. If you want to sell to a mass retailer, you're going to have to figure out how to be able to create your product in bulk so that the buyer can buy your product in bulk, because the big retailers obviously have a lot of buying power and they're looking for products that they can mass produce and put it in their stores. And that would require you to find a way to create your product in, say, a 5,000 unit order or a 10,000 unit order and so forth at a time. And so that could mean that you're building that out in your warehouse near your home and you have a lot of workers there, and or you're dealing with a manufacturer overseas. However it works, you're just going to have to figure it out that way. So that's one thing to think about. Also, if you want to sell to small retailers, boutiques, those are a lot easier to get into. The only challenge there is that it's just a lot more work, right? You got to open one account versus another and another and slowly build that out. And then you have to rely on reps for other states and so forth, unless you're going to drive in your car and try and open up accounts in different countries and so forth. There's a lot of opportunity. It's just how much time do you have? Do you have a family? What you're thinking about. I like bigger retailers because the bigger retailers can buy a lot of product, and my only job would then be to figure out how to fulfill those products in bulk and so forth. So I'd rather figure out the logistical side and then just get one person to buy a lot of volume of my product for me. So that's why I always lean toward the larger retailers, because I like to make money fast. And if you have a family and you don't have a whole lot of time to be driving around your product, then that might be the way to go. But some of you don't mind that. Some of you really like that hustle. And if that's you, that's fine. There's no wrong way to sell your product. So if you're going to pick which retailer to approach, what I always tell my customers is my money-making strategies require you to understand how many different ways you can sell to a retailer. You can sell to the corporate buyer who buys for all their corporate stores. And if you want to sell to Macy's, for instance, there is a buyer who buys products for all their stores. So they typically have, say, a jewelry buyer or a fashion accessory buyer and so forth. And that buyer is responsible for buying that product for all their stores. And then there's other retailers who sell and purchase products and so forth on a regional level, meaning that they can buy products regionally. And so that is another strategy, a distribution strategy, meaning that if you find out who the regional buyer is, you can actually get your products into stores on a regional level. And really that means is if a retailer has 500 stores they're responsible for, they actually break it down by region, like the Southeast region, Northwest region, or certain even more segmented than that.